a lot of what we've said and what we do and the background of Nubia has already been covered by people who are far more knowledgeable than myself and my sister when it comes to Nubian heritage. So I will not engage you or waste your time anymore. I will, however, reiterate that there is a lot to be done and a lot to be saved. And just like the tangible heritage requires work and endless times digging for just one piece that will connect the story and make sense, the intangible heritage as well has a lot that we need to find out about and engage in preserving. And as May said, presenting it to the world. Heritage is not just one person's heritage, it's for the world. There is a reason that organizations, and now there is this increasing, there's an entire field of digital humanities, of leveraging technology, of seeing what we can do to save this heritage and share it with the world. So this is what we do at the Nubia Initiative. We aim to leverage arts, academia, and technology to protect, preserve, and promote Nubian heritage and endangered languages. We are a non-political organization. We had this discussion at length when we were co-founding TNI, and we have come to realize and believe that politics and the politicization of Nubia and Nubians and Nubian communities has only harmed our goal in preserving this heritage. And so we are leveraging what we know, our expertise, between a researcher and an artist, and for the context of this conversation, young people and technology. Let's see what we can work with that. And it's opened such a world for us. You're seeing, my sister went and connected, so about the documentary, yes, we are building a documentary. My sister has now started filming untold stories in Nubian, and we're talking with the Streaming Museum in New York to have an exhibition about these stories and have them translated. The idea is to have them in Nubian so that the language itself is preserved, but have them translated so that the people can engage and interact and understand exactly what has been lost, and even more, what is at risk still. So on leveraging arts, we have here my sister's, this is our inaugural exhibition. So here is the inaugural conference, but before that, we had an exhibition at the University of Exeter where I graduated, and this is her fantastic artwork. Yes, I'm biased, but these are drums. The duf that Shadi was showing the great late Hamza Din playing as an instrument. She worked with that, added a modern touch to it, and they are perfectly functional as a musical instrument. And then, of course, we have the partnership with Kunuz Nubia and our efforts to bring forward the Nubian Colors Festival, and as well as the workshops for handicrafts and Nubian handicrafts, which I hope you had a chance to see in the 3 to 5 minutes that extended to 5, 15, 20-minute breaks. If you haven't, please do stop by that table, see the work that these women are doing. She failed to, well, not failed, but she overlooks this, but she puts a condition for the women to get into these workshops. You have a condition: the women must show proof that they are educating their women, their kids, their daughters specifically. They must commit to training 5 other women in their villages. This is a process of continuity, and this is all we're trying to do here at TNI. How can we use what we know, use the network, and use the people that are working to come together and have some form of an impact to preserve this heritage? How we leverage academia. We've partnered with the Ancient History Encyclopedia, which is actually got an award from the EU for being the most visited website on the ancient world. And we've released a call, and obviously we're a young organization and we're not necessarily established as an academic organization, so it's understandable that established professors may not be interested in this call, but that wasn't the goal. Yes, it was open to everyone, but the goal was to get the young people, the young Nubians, and the young researchers who are exploring Nubian studies to get their work out there, to get feedback, to find each other and to engage. We were expecting quite a turnout. I mean, as a researcher, as a master's student or as a PhD, if someone told me, here's a platform, publish your work, yeah, I'd do it. But there was a hesitation. Now, we have another question on our hands. Is that hesitation a lack of interest? Is it fear? Is it a lack of confidence in knowing our heritage? This is something we personally, my sister and I, struggle with. The fear of speaking about Nubian heritage without fully knowing what it entails. To have a question that we may not answer, we feel it could actually harm the idea of people getting to know what we're trying to do. So we have to do some digging there and find out why that turnout wasn't as expected. And the other way we're leveraging academia is holding conferences like this. Now I know it doesn't seem like an academic conference and I'm running around like a headless chicken, but we do have great knowledge in this room, not just the panelists, but also the Nubians in the diaspora who have engaged with this work and this heritage. And we hope to continue doing this. How we're leveraging technology, I'm not going to get into too many details about Nubi. You've seen the work. All we're trying to do is keep building on that, perhaps having a website that has courses and curricula where we can engage the elders in the Nubian communities to teach. And that could also be a source of income, but at the same time, continue the lessons and continue the variety of ways that we can engage with our heritage, and just starting with the language. You see younger Nubians are engaging more and sharing online what it is to be at a Nubian wedding or to be a Nubian in the diaspora, or to find out all of a sudden that you have a connection to a Nubian queen or being a descendant of greatness, really. And there's this sense of pride that is going viral and it's contagious, and we want to build on that momentum and keep going. So we have partnered, actually I'll go with this one first, with TruePic, the Antiquities Coalition, the History of Visualization, the Institute of Visualization of History, and SwiftKey, though SwiftKey is a separate project, and I will start with SwiftKey and get Ray's attention for that dictionary she was interested in building. So we worked with SwiftKey. Mind you, we don't know the language, so we've had to engage people who do. We've had to engage the linguists. But with SwiftKey's help, we have developed the first predictive text Nubian keyboard. And it used a lot of effort to get the words integrated into the system. And it's now up and functional. And we are always looking for people to help us build that dictionary, because the more words that are in this system, then the more it functions as a predictive, to serve its purpose as a predictive text. So that's one of the exciting accomplishments from this year. Another project that we're very, very excited about is that partnership with the Antiquities Coalition, Vizine, and TruePic. For those who don't know, and I certainly didn't until the Antiquities Coalition brought it to my attention, TruePic is a mobile app that uses blockchain technology to geolocate and verify the image. It started as a way to counteract the fake news fad that was going around. Because if you have a photo that was taken through TruePic, it's verified. It goes through multiple stages, and I don't know if you can see here. Of course, we've had to redact some of the coordinates of the location. But it comes up, it pops up at the map. So every photo that is taken, it says where it was taken, you get the coordinates, it says when it was taken, and it says if any kind of change was made to that photo. And so we thought, well, why can't we use this technology to preserve the heritage, to document the excavations, to document the celebrations, to document any event, really anything that exudes Nubian heritage, to share it with the world. This is verified. And the idea is to then take all of that and build an interactive photographic map of Nubia. And there's more on that. We have the material on that. I won't get into that at the moment. But there definitely is a lot of work to be done. And we're very excited with this partnership. I wish maybe I can. Okay. We will put this to the test. I know this is taking time and I really don't have any, but I now have the TruePic app open. My location is enabled. It is still loading, but I will ask you all to wave because that's going on the map. This inaugural conference is getting on the map. I see you laughing. It's a point. There is a reason, and I mean it. Everyone say Nubia on 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, the excitement is just fantastic. Okay. Now, we have taken this picture. And hopefully, if it loads. So, within 8 seconds of the photo taken now, how this internet isn't working, not to be considered here, but the idea is within 8 seconds, I'll just go for this photo. This photo was taken at the Paris conference that I referred to earlier. You have the map, you have the time. This was a public conference, so I'm all right having the coordinates out there. But do you see the levels that it goes through to verify that this photo was not altered and that it is an authentic photo? And can we just take a moment to realize what this could do to knowing where the antiquities are, keeping them, should anything happen for them to be destroyed? They were verified that there is some heritage here that we can go back and try and find and try and bring back to the world. So, is it going to start? Yes. Something like this, for example, to be documented so that there is no question that this heritage is endangered. If we have this recorded and no one can say that this photo wasn't taken in Sudan, in Nubia. We have this technology to be leveraged. So, future plans. I'll just have you reflect on this quote from my very wise sister. How do we move forward? We have a lot to learn. We have a lot of interest, a lot of community engaged interest, like radios, channels, platforms that are bringing people together. And the Nubia Initiative is merely one of them. We haven't yet met everyone, so we are calling on any and every Nubian and friend of Nubia who is interested in joining our efforts to continue the preservation and the protection of Nubian heritage to please get in touch. We have now, the next speaker will share the many opportunities that we have and that we don't even know about. Funding opportunities to go and research and find out for ourselves what this heritage is. I had a massive argument with my father after meeting Herman Bell in 2006. I went back and I said, how dare you? How dare you just save that language to yourself and use it when you don't want us kids to understand what's happening? And now I'm being scolded by Professor Herman Bell, someone I just met in a university I'm just starting at. How could you do that? But then, that's not what we do as Nubians. Complaining isn't what we do. We find a solution. Now, it may seem like complaining has been taking quite a bit of attention as of late, but that was never, as far as I know, of my heritage and this strong legacy. We don't complain. Nubians don't complain. Nubians find a solution. Nubians had prepared where they will be buried. And now we have Nubians who don't know how they will live. So, engage the community, look at ways to socio-economically develop our communities locally and in the diaspora. Because you know what? When we're stronger, as our extensions. So it's not just the Nubian community, no, it is the region by extension. So I will stop here because I really want to make sure we stay with the program, although we are desperately late. However, I am available and ready to meet with anyone who is willing to engage in preserving this heritage, and I thank you all for your time.